Hey, it's your girl King Khan. I know it's been a long time and I'm so sorry. There has been a lot of stuff happening this year. I will make a video of everything that happened. I was not in a good, my mindset was not good, and something happened to my mother and my sister. I'm sorry, but I will try to upload more frequently. I have a new camera. I'm no longer using my phone, which is good because I can show you guys videos on my phone now. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. But today, it is very close to Halloween and my homecoming, which is very exciting. I can't run for homecoming queen, so I can be queen of my YouTube channel. Yes, though. But I have to tell you guys, I am a high schooler now. Finally. We know it has been a long time, but I am finally a 9th grader, and I'm also cool. I'm also in anime club, art club, and it's super fun. I have a lot of friends, so if I don't upload as much as I should or I want to, it could be sorry about that, could be about my clubs, my family, or anything. But really, I'm gonna keep fiddling with stuff around me, but I have not scary stories, but I have childhood stories of Halloween, which is always a good thing. Not really, but yes. Let me put the music on in the back. But, okay, I am a younger cousin, like most of you. So, I'm also the youngest sibling. My brother doesn't trick-or-treat with me. He never did. But my sister and my cousins did. So we gonna have stories about them. Okay. I trick-or-treated for as long as I remember with my older sister and my older cousins and their friends. So we stopped trick-or-treating when my sister went to college. So yeah, just sadness, but not really. I still trick-or-treat with my niece. I'm 14, yes I know, and I don't care. Free candy is free candy. So, Halloween, 2014, I think. This was before my sister got pregnant. Okay. And so, this was the year where a big storm hit my city. And it was raining throughout the whole night. On and off. And so we started off the night like we usually did. We left my grandmother's house. We went around the neighborhood. My sister and my cousins are like, "Hey, you get a free bowl of Chipotle if you come in costume." And we're like, I'm like, okay. And I just go with them like to this area, this really new fancy built area by my grandma's house. My grandma lived in the project, not the projects. I didn't mean to say projects. She lived in the hood. Which was, yeah, she lived in the hood. And we trick-or-treated in the hood, so it was fun. Because there weren't that many kids around, and the neighbors mostly just left the bowls out. And my sister and cousins would take a whole bunch of candy, put it in their bags. I would take one piece because I was that goody two-shoes, but yes. So, we went to Chipotle. We spent like an hour, I think, in there, or half an hour in there getting our bowls. Then we went trick-or-treating, and so this is such a really bad story for me. I was a 4th grader still, so I was terrified. I hated Halloween when I was little. It scared the mess out of me. So we just we went to the houses trick-or-treating. We were really close to my grandmother's house. We went to the last house that was like down the block from my grandmother's house, and we were getting candy. I'm like, I'm not going to the door. My cousins and my sister's like, why? I'm like, that's creepy. There was a man. It didn't look like there was somebody in the thing. There was like this stuffed thing laying down on a chair, and it scared me. I'm like, I'm not going near it. I'm not going on that door. I stayed in the street with my sister and cousin's friend, and he just he stood there with me, waiting for them to get the candy. And so I'm like, yo, the dude's moving. I scream, he's moving. These people run out, grab my sisters and my cousin. I started twirling around, screaming. I dropped my candy in the rain. I tried to run. I was not a very fast little kid, kind of, and I just ran. They caught me. But before they caught me, all I heard was, Kennedy, it's okay, come back. And I'm just running. This dude grabs me, brings me back to my sister and cousins, and they're like, Kennedy, look, it's Rob. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, why? It scared the bejeebers out of me. I'm just like, why? We pick up my candy, and so we went back to my grandmother's house, and I am half crying, and my mother and grandmother are so confused and scared. They're like, what happened to her? My sister's like, oh, we got scared by Robert and his friends. And they're like, oh my gosh, why would they do that to you? And that was the time I was living with my grandmother. I had to live with her for a year. Well, a few months. But I had to live with her with Halloween too. And I was freaking out, and it scared me so bad. So I did not trust things. Halloween story 2. Yeah, my English is not perfect, I know that. So Halloween story 2 is another year we trick-or-treated. We weren't in the hood anymore. We trick-or-treated in like the suburbs, because they gave out big candy, which they do not. In my city they don't, and I'm just they don't. So we went to, me and my cousin, sister, and brother. My sister was pregnant at the time. We went trick-or-treating, and so I'm just, I was so excited. My costume was so cute, and I thought it was nice. So, yes. I don't remember what I was that year, so I'm not gonna care. We went trick-or-treating in a car with my brother, and we're in the suburbs just driving. We see this one house with a bunch of people at it, and I see Slender Man. At the time, this was about 5th grade, I was obsessed with Slender Man, but I was not getting out the car. I'm like, nah, he gonna take me into the woods. I ain't going. And my brother's like, come on, you love Slender Man. Come out the car and come shake his hand. I'm like, no. I locked the car doors once everybody got out, and I'm just, I saw my brother go up to Slender Man, and he's like, yo, something, go to this car, my sister wants to see you. And I'm just like, I see Slender Man coming towards me, and this was this giant dude on stilts. He's in a Slender Man costume, and he just comes towards the car. I am screaming my head off, go away, Slender Man, I don't want you. Go away. Snot coming out of my nose, me crying ugly, and everybody's just seeing this little girl screaming her head off in a car. Now that I think about it, it sounds hilarious, but it wasn't at the time. And my brother and cousins and my sister were laughing their heads off. And I'm just crying. They get back in the car, and my brother's like, why didn't you want to meet Slender Man? I'm like, you jerk, you know I'm terrified. And we went to more houses, and I was still cry looking, and people gave me more candy because of that, but so it was a perk, but also a bad experience. Okay, another story. I can remember 2 more stories, and they're the last ones. The third story was my mom's friend was holding a Halloween party, and so we went, and it was a really good party. My mom's friend had a bunch of kids there. We were playing games, we were watching movies, we were eating food, and so they're like, it's time to go trick-or-treating. And we went. We were going around the block. My mom's friend's daughters, one was like 2 years younger than my sister, And then my mom's friend's daughter was around the same age as me, but 1 month older. And we were walking around the neighborhood. And I kid you not, we get across to this house, and the mom finally called up to us. And she's like, come on, girls, let's go to this house. And I see this coffin thing with a witch. And I'm like, I'm not going on that property. And they're like, come on, Kennedy, don't you want free candy? No. Me, no, I don't want free candy. No, thank you. No candy's worth death. And they're like, you're not gonna die. I'm like, yes, I am. And they went up to the house. I stayed on the street with the mom. And they're, little do they know that this lady's witch coffin thing pops up and tries to grab the girl. Tries to grab the girl around my age. And I'm just like, ha, see, I wasn't crazy. And they're like, you were right, but you still should have wouldn't get candy. I'm like, no candy's worth death. And they're like, we're still alive. I said, ha, that's what you think. Yeah, we went back to the house, and I was just, Halloween's always been scary to me, but it's not anymore, so, yay. I love horror movies, and I love Halloween. This is my last story. This is not a scary story. I'm going to end this on a happy note. But side note, I went to a daycare called the Salvation Army. And it was a very fun place. I grew up there until about the 5th, not the 5th, until the, not until the 3rd grade when they closed down. And so, I did ballet too, up until I was 12. And so we went, my aunt had booked a recital for us at this vineyard that was down the street from the Salvation Army, and I'm like, I don't want to miss the Halloween party. It was so funny. Me and my cousin got into our ballet costumes. We put our makeup on. We got our stuff ready. We danced for an hour. Me and my friend, my cousin and our friend, we got to eat some of the fancy foods, like fancy food. I say fancy food when I mean a cheese platter with crackers and salami, but to me it was fancy because, well, I was a child. And so we booked it after this recital, and we ate some food and talked to people. Me and my cousin, we booked it down the street in our aunt's car to the Halloween party at the center. And so we were in our dance costumes. Me and her switched into our Halloween costumes so fast in the bathroom. And then we went to the party, and there was a haunted house. I'm screaming, I'm not going in. Everybody's like, go in. My sister's dance team was a part of making this Halloween, like this haunted house, all scary. I'm like, I'm not going in there. No, y'all know I'm scared. And it was zombies in it. I'm like, no thank you. No. Little me was, no, I wasn't going in. And they're like, fine. And then once everybody was done, I actually went in. When people took off their makeup and stuff, I went in and saw. I'm like, yeah, you thought you were going to get me. And they're like, you're okay, though. I'm like, yeah, because I didn't go in your death trap. So, yeah. That's my Halloween stories. And some of them seem scary still to me. And some of them may seem funny to you. But like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at KennedyCat13. Follow me at my TikTok at KennedyCat13. Hope you guys have a spooky Halloween. Happy Halloween!